Hey fam, what you guys doing? Getting ready for Thanksgiving? Me too. Getting ready to make my pies. You guys want to see how I do it? It's nothing special. Come on, let's go. Okay, so first we're going to have to gather up all the ingredients that we're going to need to make our pies. Tonight I'm going to be making 3 pies. I'm going to be making an apple pie, a cherry pie, and a pumpkin pie. We're going to need eggs, at least 4 for our pumpkin pie. Our spices that you may want to use. I'm going to put a little vanilla in mine. Flour, sugar, and tons of butter, and plenty of bowls to mix in. Alright, let's get started. Oh yeah, almost forgot. The most important part. We're going to need pie crust. Alright, so this is a secret, guys. You're going to have to keep this. This is my grandma's secret recipe. It's 100 years old. It's never failed. Okay, you ready? Pie crust in a box. That's it. That's all you need. Pie crust in a box. Any brand will do. All tastes great. Perfect. Pie crust in a box. Super fast, super easy. You're going to want to open up your pie crusts. And they're going to come in these little fancy little tubes. And you're going to want them to start coming to room temperature. It just makes them easier to roll out that way. And when I say roll out, I just mean like literally unroll it. They're already pre-rolled, nice perfect circles. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Happy pies. Alright, set those to the side. And let's get ready. Alrighty, first pie we're gonna do is gonna be our pumpkin pie. Let's start by opening up our cans. We're gonna need 1 can sweetened condensed milk, 1 can pumpkin puree. Any brand will do. I like the store brand because it's cheaper. We're going to take one of our warmed pie crusts and lay it out there. You're going to need an 8-inch pie pan for this. I just get disposables, aluminum, yeah. And just flip that little pie crust right in there. And it's nice size. There'll be some leftover. That's okay. We'll use that later. And I just kind of go around and I make sure I get every little crevice in there that I can. And I kind of press it around the top. And then, who remembers this part from Snow White, where she takes and cuts that little, trims that little piece right off there? I think of that every time I do this. Snow White, la 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 la, where's the little creatures dancing around? And just keep slicing away. And just rotate. Cut. Rotate. Slice. Ta-da! Beautiful. Perfect. Thanks, Snow White. Now, a pumpkin pie is an open face pie, so we're only going to need 1 pie crust. And I like to go through and put the little details on with a fork. I just gently press those in and just keep going all the way around. All the way around. All the way around. All around the world. Rock and roll is here to stay. Do, 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 do. All around the world. Rock and roll is here to stay. Do, 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 do. Has anybody ever seen The Explorers? It's a really good old movie. I think it came out when I was born. That's 88 for anybody who's wondering. And you go through and you're going to want to punch a bunch of little holes on the bottom of your pie there so that it bakes just fine. And hold on, I got to go help my baby girl. Alrighty, crisis averted, crisis averted. She needed to change her shirt. Okay, so here's our pie crust all ready for our filling. We'll set that to the side there. Get in a medium-sized bowl. I'm going to use I guess I could use a whisk. I'm going to go ahead and use the fork that I used to do the detail around. Just to save on dishes, I guess. Okay. Now let's plop that little baby right in there. This is a 15-ounce can. And then we've got here a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Just add that right to it. This one's pretty sticky. That's my baby girl. I know, yucky. It is sticky, huh? Mama's making some pie. You want to have some pie when it's all done? It won't look like this, I promise. It'll look a lot yummier. It's slime. Okay, no, you're good. Stay down, baby. Alright. So, the trick to getting a perfect pumpkin pie with a perfect solid top, no cracks, it calls for 2 eggs, right? 2 whole eggs. What I'm going to do is something I taught myself, learned it, Googled it online. You take 1 whole egg, right? And then you take 3 yolks, only the yolks, not the whites. The whites, for whatever reason, is whatever makes the top crack. So we're just going to do 1 whole egg to keep it all together. And then we're going to do the yolks to make it nice and creamy and delicious. So there we go. I like to crack my egg into a bowl before I put it in, just in case. You never know. Nobody likes eating shells. Okay, and then I'm going to take that same bowl. Oh, look at how that thing cracked. And I'm going to attempt, the way that egg cracked, to get as much of the white off as I can. I'm not going to be able to flip it over a second time because I did bust that yolk. Plop him right in there. Okay. There we go. That was a little better. Way better. Alright. Now we're going to hold on to this egg whites because we're going to use that to shine our pies at the end. Bloop. 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 Plop. Okay. There's all of our 4 eggs added. And then to this, we're going to want to add a tablespoon of cinnamon. Got my measuring spoon right here. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just kind of eyeball it, and it turns out just fine. And I'm going to put, instead of nutmeg, because I personally have a sensitivity to nutmeg, I'm going to put in some cloves. But you could just get away with just the cinnamon. You can get pre-mixed pumpkin pie spice. That works fine too. Cloves is a very strong flavor. And so I'm just going to add a little bit. So I don't want it to overwhelm. And because I'm not going to put the nutmeg, I also like to put just tiny little bit of vanilla extract in there, maybe a cap and a half. That's gonna be good for me. And we're gonna want like a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of salt. Boop. And we're just gonna mix that baby right up there. Oven is preheated. It has been on, waiting for our lovely pies. And beautiful, delicious. It'll look pale. Believe me, it will darken up as it cooks. Alright. And we got our pumpkin pie filling done. Dunski. Put our little pie crust right here. Take that off there. I'm just going to take my clean hand, dip it right into that egg white, unbeaten. I'll get what I need. Okay, as you can see, got it nice and covered. I did kind of go down a little bit into the edge there, so it makes it nice and crusty and flaky. Like the good kind of crusty. Okay, we're going to take our pie pan. We're just going to pour right in there. And it's going to be very full. It is going to fill it straight to the top. Heaping full. And I want every little bit of all that good stuff in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, and that's what that looks like. Boop, boop, boop. Break through them bubbles. Bubble, 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 pop. Anybody out there got little kids that love Miss Rachel? I love Miss Rachel. She is an angel. She is just sent straight from heaven. My kids are smarter because of her. Miss Rachel, if by any chance you see this, thank you. You really are an angel. That's one silly thing I'm grateful for. Miss Rachel. Not that silly. Okay, got all those little bubbles popped. Doop, 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 doop. Okay, I'm going to do something for you that I didn't exactly know when I first got started making pies, but it is good to put down a pan underneath your pie just in case of bubble over. Nobody taught me that. I had to learn. You know, when you teach yourself, it's usually the hard way. So don't be like me. Just put a pan underneath and catch any drippings that might fall down. All right, and I'm going to place this pie right into my preheated.
Mandy from the future says 350-degree oven.
And it calls for middle rack there. Okay, and gently, Bentley, put this guy in here. And it's going to take that sweet little baby just about 35 to 40 minutes. Alright, I went ahead, put them in 40 minutes. For this pie, let us do our cherry pie. Okay. Same process, gonna roll out our first little pie crust. I like to clap him underneath, or flap him on top, and then give him a little flip. Yeah. And with this one, I'm not gonna cut away the edge yet. But I am gonna take and mark the bottom. Ta-da! Oh. This one, again, this is just another can. So, I like Comstock because it doesn't taste like the can. I feel like store brand tastes like the can. Comstock doesn't. I don't know what they do, how they do it, but tastes better. I don't know. That's the only thing I'll really actually buy brand name. Comstock. It's gonna take 1 can of pie filling in that same size pan, 8-inch pan. Okay, just dump her right in. Blip, blip, blip. I like to get the extra fruit one, like the very cherry. This one's just more fruit. Delish. Just make sure it's nice and even. Boop, boop. Every drip, every drop. That's good stuff right there. Okay. I'm gonna take another one of our beautiful pie crusts, y'all. Flap that baby right out there. Before I do that, get too carried away, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna take that same egg whites. I'm gonna go right around the edge again, this time with the filling in. It's not really gonna matter because this part of the pie isn't gonna be seen. It's gonna be inside, so what we're really doing right here is trying to make a seal. We're gonna place our other pie crust right on top, and this is gonna like be the glue to hold it all together. Delicious. Okay, so I got to the side. This is your fun part. When like little ladies and stuff make their pies, they might add special little embellishments on there, and that's kind of like your signature. This to me is the best part of the pie. That's part of making the pie. Getting to put a little design on the pie crust. Now, I'm gonna put a napkin underneath my crust to kind of make it easier to pick up once I get it all cut. But I'm gonna put a pretty little design in here. Let's see. I find the center, and you could use anything to be like a cookie cutter. If you were to put the pie crust on without venting it, then that's just a little cake tip. Then your pie would explode. Everything would come busting out of it. So you gotta vent it somehow, and if you gotta vent it, you might as well make it cute. So I'm just gonna kind of do some little slits here. And I'll do some bigger slits down here. And just keep going. However you want. This is your pie. I mean, you could just as easily go to the store and buy a pie that's pretty much exactly the ingredients I'm making, but you don't get to put no pizzazz or love or life into it. That's what I like. I'll get some more circles in here. One right here. And one right here. Here we go. Here's a little weirdo signs, alien sign design, crop circles, pie circles. Okay. Okay, let's lift that whole paper towel right up. Just do my best to line her up just right. Ooh, we dipped in, we dipped in. Okay, that's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. Take that. Might move this on here. And now, let's flip these little guys outward. This is kind of what I was thinking. You know, I've never done this one. Why not try right now? It's not like a whole bunch of people are watching. I'm so serious, like nobody's watching anyways. I think that looks alright. It's not too bad. Okay, and then we're gonna go back through, do our little Snow White move. I think I'm gonna do the little wavy edges on this pie. With this one, I'm gonna take out my pinch. I'm just kind of folding it between my fingers, pinching it together. Just kind of giving it a little wibbly pattern. Wibbly. And do your crust however you like. You could go through and just do it with the fork like I did the pumpkin one. Whatever you want to do, it's your pie. Whomever you're making it for is gonna love that you made it for them. I promise that. Unless they're little kids. Little kids won't eat anything, so what can I say? Okay, I'm gonna whisk up these egg whites, kind of thin them out a little bit. Make them easier to work with. Now I'm going to add the shine to this pie. And go through this time with my little brush because I got a lot more surface area. I could do it with my fingertip, but it would just take a long time. I don't have a long time. And I don't want to have too much egg on there. You're going to have scrambled eggs on top of your pie. But you're going to want it on there because it's going to give it a really beautiful shine. And it's just going to be so pretty. Now, I've never made this design before, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to look when it's baked. Sometimes it could be pretty. Sometimes it could escape and it just kind of looks bloody. But you know what? It is going to taste great. And it's going to taste even better because you made it yourself. At least that's how I feel. Let's get every little inch of that guy covered. Don't forget the little backs there. Insides of my little crimping. It's called something. I can't think of it right now. Alright, that is a beautifully glazed pie. Beautiful pie. I'm going to take this baby. I'm going to get another little pan put underneath them. Yeah. Put them right on that pan and place him in the same oven with his little friend. Alright, so now we're going to process our apples.
Apple.
We're going to take these apples right here and bam! Ta-da! And now that I have my apples all sliced up, that was 9 small apples, Granny Smith. You can use almost any apple. I recommend a sour apple. And to this I'm going to add the juice of 3 small limes. You can really use any citrus fruit that you have. I just so happen to have limes tonight. The little babies right open. If you noticed me rolling them around like that, but supposed to get the juices ready to flow, I guess. I'm not really sure. I just do it. And I'm just gonna squirt that right in there. Just squeeze them little babies. Oh, that juicy, juicy juice. Get a little butt off there. You can do this however you want. If you've got a juicer, you can use a juicer. I'm just going to use my hands. I was blessed with very strong hands. Also very cold hands. Anybody else out there have really cold hands? I'm a cake decorator, so I work with buttercream a lot. It's actually quite nice. Can't tell you how many people I trained that are hot-handed and they just don't understand why frosting's melting in their hands. Well, hot-handed. Alright, I'm gonna give those a little toss in there. Now you might be asking why did I use the Comstock cherry filling but I'm making a homemade apple filling? Well, I'm the only one who eats the cherry pie. So, honestly, I'm just making it for myself. And that's the way I like it. The apple pie, not necessarily my favorite pie, but a lot of people like it. So, I'm going to make it for them. And I'm going to make it well. And to this, I'm going to add about, supposed to be a half a cup of sugar. I'll put about that much. It's like about a cup to me. I got a lot of apples here because I've got a very big pie pan that I need to fill up. Alright, got my sugar in. Gonna want to do a good amount of that cinnamon. Is that what makes your apple pie delicious? I'm also going to do the same with the vanilla. I'm going to do 2 little capfuls. Whoop. Whoop. That's going to add some really delicious flavor. And I'm going to open up one of these little babies here. I'm going to just cut him up. We're going to throw that whole stick in there. Throw a little bit of salt. And we're going to take this beautiful concoction and eat it right up. Right out of the bowl. No, not really. I'm going to put it in a pan and I'm going to cook it down until I start to get a little bit of a yummy appley syrup. So, see you there. Oh, I forgot. We're going to need to put about, say, 1/4 of a cup of flour to thicken up that sauce. It's not too late. Alright, well that's cooking down. Let's prepare our pie pan for our last and final pie. So get our dough. Put that on tight. Okay. Oops. Oops. It's okay. I'll just press it right back together. It is okay to oops if you're making a pie. These are big old pie pan. What hurts? Your finger hurts. You're gonna be okay. Hold on, I gotta help my baby again. Okay, back at it again in the streets. She was fine. She had a hangnail. She had a hangnail hanging from her cuticle. Life ain't beautiful. Said it 100 million times with the fork. Boop, 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 boop. Ta-da. Alright, took about, say, 15 minutes of cooking. Got her cooked down to this delicious slurry here. So our apple pie film, just put it right into our pie. And that made just enough for this big old pie. Beautiful. Spread her on out, and it is piping hot, so be very careful. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. Alright, again, add our glue. Now with this one, I want to do, for the top crust, a lattice style. So for this, I'm going to put my napkin down. I'll take my last pie crust here. Roll it out right here on the napkins. Pizza wheel. I'm just going to cut little strips as even as I can. I don't want to make them all the same size, as best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need the little ribbons. Go through and I'm going to take every other strip and lay it here to the side. I'm going to take this little guy, this right here. I'm going to complete the circle. And just like that. Make sure everything stays together when I do my final flip. And we did have a little bit of a tragedy. Two other pies did come out of the oven. Cherry pie is looking delish, looking great. Pumpkin pie, on the other hand, he got a little dark, so we're try that one again. But that's okay. And we all make mistakes. This time I am not going to set it to 425. We're going to go for 350. This 350 just seems to be just right. Kind of took a little while. We got there in the end. There we go. And there is our apple lattice. I'm gonna take this guy and wet him up just one more time. Make sure everything's sticking real good. This one is going to maybe try like this. Need to scooch them back just a little more. Ooh. There we go. Looks like it's just right. Okay, oh look at that! Looks good. So beautiful. Press them all on the edge there. And our Snow White knife. There we go. Now I'm going to do the fork edge again on this one here. It's just super simple. It'll help close everything all together. We'll take our glaze, our little egg glaze, around the edge, just to make it nice and shiny pie. There's our beautiful pie ready for the oven. Here's our little cherry. Turned out pretty. Bubbled over just a little bit, not too bad. And here's my sad little pumpkin pie child. Wah, wah. We'll have to try again on that guy. Oh well. Nobody's perfect. But this one, delish. Hey everybody, trying for a pumpkin pie redemption. Since I went ahead and blackened my other pumpkin pie, we're going to try to redo this one, but I don't want to go back out because today is Thanksgiving Day. And there's no way I'm going shopping today. So I need a pie crust and I need ingredients. And so what I've got right here, I'm making my own homemade pie crust with the lovely assistance of Google. And I'm only going to need one crust, so I'm going to half this recipe and hopefully this will be enough. Looks like plenty. I'll put that little guy in there for
45 minutes and we'll see what happens.
all right. Pumpkin pie redemption. Here she is. It's actually looking quite delicious. A knife inserted into the end. Came out clean. Beautiful. Here it is. New pumpkin pie. I did have a little bit of spillage. That was from me actually putting the pie into the oven. But I can deal with that. It doesn't look black all the way around like it did before. So, yay! We're gonna have pumpkin pie this year. Woo! Well, alright guys. That was it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you get inspired. Want to make your own pies. It's pretty fun. And something nice that you can do, give to your family. Doesn't have to be perfect. And if you burn a pie, you can always make another one. Or just buy one from the store. Bye! Happy Thanksgiving!